Hi, and welcome to Alaskan in the Philippines. Today I thought I'll tell you all about the trip. Yesterday I went out to a temple with my hairdresser friend and her friend that has a car. So I tip her some bucks for renting her car out she drives us around. That be the third temple we've been to, and this one was pretty cool. It was called Khao. It's down here on the coast, right on the coast. It's a strange setup. You come walking down into this, there's a big lake of people fishing too. They were actually people with rods and reels, and they were catching fish, and there was a lot of fish boiling out there and stuff. That was pretty cool. There was one lady that was fishing, and she had a good sized fish in a basket. I don't know what it was, carp of some type. Maybe, I don't know, but she was catching, and there was a few boys catching fish there too. That was a pretty big lake. I was real impressed with that. I saw fish, and it looked like goldfish. It was weird, but people were fishing and catching fish there. It was kind of cool. But we were there just to go check out this temple. So then you just kind of walk along it down into this alleyway, and there's food stalls and trinkets, seashells. They sell all kinds of seashell stuff here. And walked in through, and you come out of this alleyway, and all of a sudden you're on the side of a cliff, and the bay there's like a canal that goes through it with a bunch of fishing boats parked in there. And it was a rough, windy day, and there was all the fishing boats were in there, and it looked really neat. And you're walking in above it because you're up on the cliff. And then up on the cliff here, there's a bunch of caves, like, I don't know, they're man-made or something, but I think there probably originally was a few caves there too that are original. But they added some man-made caves that looked really cool. And they had Buddhas and different things in there, and stairways you'd climb up. And we walked through it. It didn't take a whole lot of time, but there was a lot of big Buddhas and stuff to see, and different other deities that they have here in this Buddhist religion that were just amazing. Just the handiwork to make this stuff is just mind-boggling. They must have the wildest imaginations, and they're so descriptive of everything they make. It's just beautiful. Amazing culture, show of culture anyway, of religion or whatever. But yeah, so we walked up through that, and we explored up through stairs. You got to climb a bunch of stairs, and you'll come to some giant Buddha standing things and some pretty awesome looking things. And we went through all that, and to overlook the whole thing, it was the bay down there, Hue Hin, and you could just see the whole beach all the way up. And it was a windy day, so the waves are really crashing. Some big, nice white cap splashing in on the beach, and all the fishing boats trying to hide from it. It's actually a pretty bad storm for those guys down there. But yeah, this looked beautiful. We went out and climbed up a few of the stairs and checked out the different Buddhas and things they had up there. Just stunning. Just once again, blew my mind. And it's just not far from here. Or it's kind of a ways. It probably took us a half hour to drive to it through the traffic. The streets are so small and narrow here. It's just amazing. It was like they were made for chariots or something. You can't fit two cars barely through a street a lot of times. The side streets are all really narrow, all concrete too. There's no dirt roads here. It's all concrete. Everything's paved nice, but the roads are real narrow. But anyway, yeah. And we went up through all the structures and all that, and just some amazing views. There was a monk sitting there, and he was just a couple of, I don't know, monks are they? They're Buddhists. They're orange, wearing an orange robe. And one was sitting there. There's a couple of them sitting in here and there. And we stopped at one. Noticed they had a donation box. I gave her 40 baht, told her to go put that in the money box. And she did, and then she kneeled down right in front of him and did this and put her head down and looked up at me and goes, come. So I go down like this, and he had some water. I don't know what he was splashing it with, but he splashed my back for a good solid minute. I thought I was going to get a shower out of the deal. It's pretty funny. But it was real serious, and I'm sure she got splashed with water. It's just like a holy water blessing for a Catholic to me. But it went on. I think he was doing some kind of prayer while he was doing it, or something like that, small chant thing. It was pretty cool though. I guess that's what I didn't expect that out of the just for donating. I was planning on just donating for it was a cool place. Yeah, they had all these caves built up and shrines and stuff. The shrines are just amazing. Yeah, it was something to really see. If you ever get a chance, go out there at Khao. So, and we just walked around there for a while and checked it out. It wasn't real crowded. There was some people there though, and mostly it was Thais. I didn't see a lot of foreigners at these places. It was mostly Thais. It was a Sunday I think it was, so it was kind of the day off. People were out and about. Some of them get days off. A lot of them still work, of course. So yeah, we checked that out, walked around. I got just amazing view of the ocean up there. It was just amazing with the white caps rolling in. It was pretty cool. And then we went in down through the stairs and back down to the parking lot, and I went and checked out the lake there, and there was these boys fishing, and sure enough, there was fish boiling all out there. You could catch fish easy there, I'm pretty sure. These boys couldn't cast out too far, but they had regular fishing rods, and there was another lady there with just a stick pole. And the old lady had a pretty good sized fish, like I was saying. Yeah, and it was just weird. And then there was these pet stalls where you go in and they were selling fish, mostly fish tanks, fish and turtles and frogs. Yeah, different kinds of like aquarium fish. They had these aquariums set up. It was really strange. One had a bunch of birds, doves, small cage of doves. And there was like 2 or 3 of these pet sections where it was fish. So it was just a strange place to have pet stores. Like, to me, it was out in the open air too. There was just stalls. A lot of them were just stacked right out there in the air. Fish aquariums with exotic fish and different kinds of catfish. I don't know what they were gonna do with them. Maybe it's for letting them go in the lake or something. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, that's what it is or something. Oh, maybe. Because then she was looking at the doves and she pointed at him. She goes, 100 baht. Take one and let it fly away. And I thought, I smiled and said, yeah, we should. I didn't want to. The guy would freak out maybe and cause some problems or something. So I didn't do it. But that's what she meant. Buy one and let it loose. But it was the dove that probably would have just flew right back to the cage because it didn't know any better. Been raised in a cage all its life. So, but yeah, that'd be a good thing to do maybe. But anyway, I went over and I checked out them boys fishing and saw the lady that had the good size, looked like a carp or some kind, of had red fins splashed on the red fins. It was pretty neat looking fish. I wouldn't be eating them out of the lake. I'm sure they're freshwater. It's a freshwater lake, and the lake looked real clean. They had a shrine out in the middle of it on an island too. That was pretty neat. So anyway, and then her friend came back. That wrapped up the walk up the mountain. She only had part of the day off again, so we were gonna go eat. She said she was hungry, hadn't eaten all day, and neither did I. So I said, yeah, let's go eat. And she goes, you want to go eat seafood? And I said, yeah, okay. So they went to this place. It was right on the beach, absolutely right on the beach. You could, right near the sand. It was a Thai restaurant. There was no foreigners in it at all. You'd have to even know it was there. You wouldn't know it's a restaurant even. It was just an open air area with picnic tables, and the waves were right there. They were really crashing. It was beautiful setup, nice and ocean breeze right there. And we sat there and it was beautiful, and ordered food right there. I didn't get any footage of the food. I wish I would have. I got some pad thai, and they got these crispy squid. They were crispy tentacles and stuff, deep fried and dipped in a sweet sauce. It was almost like Caro syrup or just pure sugar syrup, like thick, like pancake syrup, just pure sweet syrup. I tried it. I couldn't eat it like that. They were good though, just deep fried. I loved them. Yeah, they love sweet everything. She bought some other chip things that were fish chips like, but they were flimsy. And they're really sweet too. She gave me some of them, but I couldn't eat them either. Thais have a different taste, but everything comes with nice dipping sauces for everything too. We got some egg rolls like too, and the dipping sauce of them was really good. And the pad thai came with some sauce to put on it. It was vinegary and spicy, and it was really good. I was impressed. The food is always excellent. I really love the Thai food, and I'm getting into liking the hot, spicy food. because the spicy sauces and stuff are really, really good flavor. So if you can tolerate the spice, the flavor just explodes in your mouth with these Thai sauces. They always put little chilies and garlics and everything, but they grind it up in these wooden mortars that really blend it, and they put some paste and other sesame seed and fish oils and who knows, vinegars and stuff in it. They're just amazing flavors. Flavor explosion in your mouth when you're eating Thai food almost always. I really like it. But anyway, we had dinner there, and then she had to get back to work. They brought me back and dropped me off at the room. It was a fun day, only a couple hour trip probably. It was a pretty fun deal, and I had fun. They're always eager to bring me to more places, so if I can afford it, getting her out of the shop is kind of a good thing. She hasn't been had a boyfriend in 5 years. She said she's got no time for a boyfriend, and I believe her. She works every day. She says it's going to get into high season. She'll get even busier. I don't know how that could be. She works all day, every day. So I'll keep trying to get her out as I can afford to. They eat food every time, and I have three women. I end up spending about $70 every trip out. So, but it's okay. It's for a good cause, and I need to get out and socialize myself. So it's good for me, and I'm seeing it through the eyes of Thais. So this is pretty cool. They're showing me around. They know where to go and what to see. On the way back, I've come to realize I seen somewhere that someone told me this when I was walking by a shrine one time. I said, the king lives here? And she goes, the current king's father lived here, but he passed away. He was, I guess, the last king that passed away just not too long ago. This was his hometown, so there's all kinds of shrines and stuff here, and probably some royal places that I don't know about or whatever. But when we were driving home, the girl, I asked her that. I said, so there was a king lived here? And she says, yes. You like to see some kings? And I said, what? And she points, says we were driving by off into the horizon. You could see these huge giant statues, kind of like Easter Island, big giant statues of people, and they were kings. She goes, the 7 kings are over there. You want to go see them? And I was like, wow. I looked off in the distance, giant statues of 7 statues right next to each other, all 7 kings of Thailand, I guess. So that would be an awesome thing to see. They got to be big. We could see them we were a mile away, or more, 2 miles away, and you could see them. They were big. So yeah, and I when I Googled to figure out what this place we just went to was, I couldn't remember what she said, but it was Khao or Khao Tao. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, of course. But when I looked at it on the Google Maps and pushed up temples, there was a lot of temples here. So there's a rich history here of the king actually living here. So this town is really built up nice and clean. It's kept clean, and all the gates are beautifully done, and just the architecture of the Thai buildings and stuff is just amazing. And the architecture and imaginations that go into some of these temples is just mind-blowing. I don't know how they can come up with it. You must have a great imagination to be able to come up with some of these dragons and Buddhas and stuff, how they depict them, But it's very cool to see, and I'm glad I got these Thai girls showing me around. I'll keep trying to do it. We'll maybe try 1 a week as long as I can. We'll see. Get her out anyway and do some more. And I'll get to see some more. It's always fun for me, and I get to see. But anyway, I got some footage I'll upload here shortly, probably after this, and you can check it out for yourself and see it with me. Thanks again for subscribing and watching. I sure do appreciate each and every one of you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.